Hi everybody, Bismarck City Commissioner Josh Askvig with the December 27, 2011 City Commission update. We had a pretty short meeting as it was the holiday season, and we did need to get some regular bills paid and some of those things off the schedule, some different street projects approved. But the two really big items from this week's City Commission meeting were that our Chief of Police, Keith Witt, had given us formal notice that he intends to retire in April of next year, and so the City Commission set out the timeline of how we'll go about replacing him. And if I may just take a moment, Keith Witt has served the city of Bismarck for a number of years as an officer and then in the administration and finally as our chief of police. And through what has been a very trying year for him and his department, has done so well. And we wish him the best in his retirement. He'll still be with us for a couple more months. We're glad to see that, but a well-deserved, well-earned retirement. So my best to the chief and to the department. We're looking at hiring someone probably in April, and having the process completed, the City Commission will interview the last 5 finalists after they go through a process of rigorous testing to make sure that we have the best and brightest to serve our community. The other item that we did is, as you know, we've had a very busy year with a disaster coming through our community and had a disaster declaration almost all summer long. And so we went and updated our disaster emergency ordinance to make sure that we have the tools and that our community has the ability to respond quickly, effectively, and appropriately when needed to make sure our community stays safe. That was really it, but if I may, I'll take a moment to kind of run down a year in review. And as many of you know, it's a year I don't ever want to relive, but certainly one I don't want to forget. And I don't want to forget it because I think we learned many valuable lessons that we can use in the future to ensure that our community stays safe, stays together, and continues to grow and be the great place that we all want to live in, work in, and play in. And this summer especially was probably more difficult for a number of people than it probably should have been, and I hope it's the most difficult that anyone will ever have to see. And I say that because I think those who lived through what was probably one of the most trying summers that I know I've ever had in my life for a community, that they'll not have to ever see that again. First and foremost, I want to say my heart goes out to the Kenner family and the Sleeper family. It was a very, very difficult summer for our law enforcement community. Watching how our community responded to that was absolutely outstanding, and seeing that Sergeant Kenner was given his appropriate rest and appropriate burial was very pleasing. And watching the streets lined was moving. It shows that we as a community truly are, in the sense of a word, a community. And I was glad to see that. I also want to thank all of the residents, all of you in the city of Bismarck. When the call to action was given to come together, to band together, to respond, that you showed up. We filled 3 million plus sandbags this summer. We did so in almost record time for anyone that has done this in the state of North Dakota, and that's a testament to you. That's a testament to us as a community for how we did. But I want to make sure that we don't forget the lessons we learned, and that's why I'm excited that the City Commission has went ahead and done some updating of the ordinances, that we've put together and hired a consultant to make sure that the city is going to do everything it possibly can to prevent and mitigate any flooding that we possibly can in Bismarck for all of our residents that we can possibly protect. And last but certainly not least, I just want to wish you a happy new year. I hope it's the best for you and that we can start off on a great foot. I know I'm looking forward to wrapping up the city strategic planning effort, the formal effort anyway, and getting moving on trying to achieve where we want to be as a community in the next 5 to 10 years. Last, as always, you can find me on Facebook or Twitter at Josh Askvig, or always find me on the city web forum on www.bismarck.org. Very best to you all from Crystal, Mikhail, myself. Happy New Year, and see you in 2012.